Hi guys, Kaze here. Welcome back. We're back with some more Tailor Tales. And of course, Chapter 2 of Neil. I know it's over there. I know it says Chapter 3 of Neil. I was curious and it ended faster than I thought it was. But yeah, we're going to definitely play Chapter 2. So I just have to go back a little. So we just have to go character. In case you want to do this yourself, might as well teach it to you. So you can click Neil. And just click on story and right here in do it. You can see we have like a lot of chapters to get through, and then there's a side story. So, and you can see where even CGs are. So, so you can expect at least 28 chapters. If anyone's curious, I don't think he has anything. He will also have 28. I think that's just everybody. Everyone has 28. I don't know why his epilogue's hidden. That's weird. Neil's was showing, right? I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, let me go to chapter 2. I'll just reread it. That'll be fun. So let's get started. Here I am. In front of me is a small store, but used to be a jewelry store. And as of today, it is mine. This is so exciting. Ever since Grandma passed away, I'd grown fond of the sewing machine she had left me behind. It spurred me on to sew my own clothes and found it was actually quite fun. I pursued my interests and went to art school, majoring in fashion. Grandma also left me behind a large inheritance so I could purchase my own boutique after I finished art school. Sunshine. I forgot I named it that. And this is it, my own boutique. I hurry and take out my keys to open up the front door. And if anyone has any suggestions for another name for the store, let me know in the comments. An empty, large room greets me. It is stripped of any personality, and it needs some touching up to do. Bam! Shop. It's taken me some time, and along with the help of my best friend Sarah, we finish up the boutique. Phew, I can't believe it's finished, says Sarah as she stretches out. It looks amazing. Thanks for all of your help. I'm really grateful that Sarah also lives in the same city and helped me out. We met each other in college. Sarah majored in photography, and she's been a great friend so far. Well, I'm definitely up for a break. Do you want to have a drink somewhere? Oh, sure. Do you know anything close by, I ask? Sarah knows the city more than I do. Of course. It's not too far from here. We can get there by foot. We both move out, and I'm happily looking back to see my finished boutique. It's a dream come true. We make our way further into the city until we come across a cozy looking cafe. A little further is a very modern hospital. Cafe La Bella. I don't know why. Sorry. It's nice to see I live so close to one. You never know when you need to go there for an emergency. Me and Sarah enter the cafe. It's quite busy and lively with people having a cup of coffee, or people typing away on their laptops. I actually see a few people in a doctor's coat and a nurse's outfit. I guess they come here to take a break. I'll go find us a seat. Why don't you go stand in line and grab me a cup of coffee? I patiently wait in line, order our drinks, and trying to find Sarah again with a tray in my hands. I can see her sitting in the back in one of the booths. I worm myself through the crowd of people, delicately balancing the tray. I have almost made my way over when suddenly someone knocks into me from behind by accident. Ah! I stumble forwards and the cups of coffee launch themselves off the tray, right onto a man's sleeve. Ugh! He yells out in shock. The cups shatter on the floor, silencing the entire cafe. This guy looks vaguely familiar. Wouldn't you say? Just a little bit familiar. The man in front of me has his white dress shirt covered in one gigantic coffee stain. Sorry. He's rubbing it and wincing in pain. I feel mortified and I rush over to him. I'm so sorry, I yell out. I pull out a tissue from my bag and hand it over to him. There's no need, the man hisses at me, rejecting my tissue. This is ruined. You ruined it. It was an accident, I murmured softly. The man flicks the coffee off his fingers and starts to glare at me. I suppose walking straight is too much of a task for you. This was a rare Cornier. I blush as I recognize the brand name. It's one of the more expensive ones. There's no need to insult me. It was a mistake. What can I do to make up for it? Yeah, I'm fierce. There's no need to insult me. It was a mistake. Ugh, I can agree that your 2 left feet are a mistake, he spits out. The singer has finally come over to see what the commotion is about and steps in front of me. Back off there, buddy. She apologized. No need to snap at her. Sarah is staring down at him like a tiger protecting her cubs. The other people in the cafe suddenly stop being interested and return to what they're doing. You think this would be more interesting now to them? What's this? She can't speak for herself, says the man with a vicious tone. Oh no, you didn't go there. Look at his face, though. What the hell? Of course I can speak for myself, or I can be nice. I'm really sorry about your shirt, sir. No. I already apologized, and you're being rude, so no. Of course I can speak for myself. The man gives me a snide glare in response. Yeah, that face is not pretty. I'm like, look at frowny lines. Boy, God, jeez. Alright, gives me a snide glare in response. Oh. She speaks, he says. Look, I can pay for the dry cleaning bill I offer. A clerk comes running up and starts picking up the broken pieces of glass on the ground. I bend down to help them, feeling obligated since it was my fault after all. I don't have time for this, the man says. Then he briskly walks away. Don't pay him any mind, Leah, says Sarah. That's just how some city folks are. Rude and obnoxious. I bite my lip and help clean up the mess I made. I feel pretty embarrassed by the encounter, but me and Sarah stay at the cafe once we were offered the free replacements. I'm glad they didn't ask me to give them any sort of compensation for breaking their cups. Putting the event in the back of my mind, me and Sarah talk about our lives and what's going on. Sarah's excited about a new camera she's getting, as she's a professional photographer. She's waxing poetic about all its features and then suggests we should hold a photo shoot with my designs. This way, she has some pictures to fill up her portfolio and I get to use them for my own advertising purposes. We both eagerly talk about the specifics of the photo shoot. However, no matter how much I try, I keep wondering about that man, as I do still feel guilty about spilling coffee all over him. He was pretty rude about it, though. I guess city folk really are different. It's like, yay, we met again, and we totally did not get along. Though, since that was such a short chapter, I think we should continue on. Oh, yeah. I don't think anyone wants like a less than 5-minute video, right? So, we'll go on to chapter 3 and see if it's a little bit longer and if we meet him again. So let's continue. Things are going smoothly lately. My shop is finally getting some traction among the locals. It's not a huge milestone, but people are starting to stop and come by to see what all the fuss is about. As I'm folding some fabric, I suddenly hear the door open. It's a customer rushing inside. Quickly, I head out to greet them with a smile. Welcome. Oh.
Oh?
Well, at least he's surprised for once. In the good way. Wait, isn't that the person I spilled coffee all over the other day? Is that why he's here? For a reimbursement? How would he know you work here? Are you here for the dry cleaning bill, I ask? A bit unsure. Wait, how did you find me anyway? He stammers, slightly taken aback by the question, as if he wasn't prepared to meet me here. Yes, exactly. Why I'm here. To this quaint little shop of yours. His voice is dripping with sarcasm. The man straightens his back while looking around the store. He puffs out his chest, clicking his tongue reprovingly, as if he's judging every square inch of it, and it's not up to his standards. There's a skull on his face as he frowns at my layout of the store. I really want to kick him out of sunshine. After a little run-in the other day, I was forced to dispose of the hideous mess he made that was what's called a satin dress, suit, shirt. Sure. I had to order a new one, the man continues. That wasn't necessary, I gulp. I could have paid for the dry cleaning and even have made you a new one in return as an apology for ruining your previous one. Don't be obtuse. Creating an entire new one when you can simply buy another one instead? The man lazily flicked his wrist at me. What's done is done. However, now we have come to the issue of payment. Slade's mouth stops moving. He noticed a bunch of framed pictures behind the register. They're some of my childhood pictures. I treasure them quite a lot, so I proudly display them. I'm not sure why he stopped to stare, but he takes a few steps closer to investigate. I'm almost convinced he's going to nag about my choice of wallpaper or framing for the pictures until he knows he doesn't have a skull in his face as he did before. Do you like my pictures? I ask instead. That's not... I mean, I'm positive I recognize this boy, he trails off. He's looking at a certain picture of me back from when I was around 8 years old going through a tomboy phase. I know I look boyish, but for him to mistake my childhood picture as that of a boy makes me feel a little abashed. It's a common mistake, though. I quickly shake my head to reel in my embarrassment. That would be me. No, it's not. He scoffs, completely disregarding what I said. I'm fairly sure it's a boy, and I've met him before. Taken aback, I blink at him. Met me before. Huh? What do you mean? It's coming back to me. Is it your brother, he asks? However, he doesn't wait for my answer. I can see the resemblance. I almost forgotten what he had looked like. The corner of his lips are curled up in a smile, which looks infinitely better than the skull he's been wearing all this time. Oh, yeah, he kind of does. Oh. Still, I'm rather confused, so I prod him for some answers. Who are you, and what do you mean you'd almost forgotten? Right, where are my manners? I must have left them behind with my ruined treasure. The man brings a hand to his forehead, shaking his head. Then he looks, straightens his back, and looks very impressed with himself. My name's Neil. Neil Forrester. You may recognize the last name. No. Why is it? Oh, why does he have the cocky smile? Stop that. I do. Sarah told me some more about the hospital next to the cafe that was owned by the Forrester family. They seem to be quite rich, and looking at this person, I am sure he grew up knowing nothing but riches. I didn't realize that this was their son. What's someone like him doing in my shop? And you are? Oh, right. I'm Leah Davis. And your brother? He asks, not much caring for my own name, apparently. He's looking at the picture again. I huff. That's not my brother. I already told you, that's me, from back when I was 8 years old. He looks at the picture, and then back at me, then back at the picture. His face turns into a grimace. You lie. In no way does that look like a little girl to me. I feel slighted by the way he's accusing me of lying, while at the same time also insinuating that I'm actually a boy. I can feel my cheeks start to redden. Explain you were always a girl. Tell him to get his eyes checked. Perhaps you need to have your eyes checked then, because I'm very certain that's me in the picture and I'm not a boy. Impossible, he says. I'm sure of it. We spent the entire night together at the playground until some police officers chased us off. Something clicks in my head. The purple hair, those golden eyes. Neil's that little boy from years ago. The one I met at the playground who ran away from his parents. This was years ago. I had basically forgotten all about it. Wait, I remember you now, I say with a laugh. You're the boy that ran away from his parents because they made you study in rare, proper clothing. I feel my anger melt away as a wave of nostalgia hits me instead. Huh? How do you... Neil stops. He leans close to me, narrows his eyes, studying my face with such intensity that I avert my eyes out of embarrassment. I've never had someone look at me like that before. Sorry about my mother calling your parents over that time. Then again, it was the right thing to do. We were young, I say, still trying to avoid his piercing gaze. At the sudden realization, a color drains from Neil's face. I like the facial expression, though. You? He asked in a small voice. Yes, that was me. I answer with a smile, daring to look straight at him again. Such a coincidence. Nice to see you all grown up now. I never imagined that kid was the son of the Forresters. Neil's face scrunches up in disgust. There's a skull in his face, like he's been smelling something foul. Neil's face suddenly turns bright red, and he doesn't waste a second to dash out of the store. But the door slams shut, leaving me utterly confused. Well, it seems like we had a great time together, that's for sure. Oh boy. Well, we'll wrap it up there. What I'll do, considering some of the chapters seem to be shorter than others, I'll probably batch together like 2 chapters in one. That should give us a good padding for an episode from now on. The first one was long, but that was like their introduction. So probably when we do the other people, we'll do like 1 chapter for the first chapter, just that. And then after that, we'll bundle them with 2. That should keep us pretty well. Unless we run across a really, really long chapter, then it'll just be 1 episode. So that's what we're gonna do. I'll see you guys in the next one. And until then, cause out. Have a good one, guys.